This guy breaks into my house. Holy!
And you just sit down on the couch.
Okay, but how about you let go of my wife first? And I've had to hold his hand.
How does this open? Is there a trick to the purse?
No!
There's a clasp. And help him rob us.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tim Estiloz with the Spiel on Entertainment, and I'm here with actors Jason Segel, Lily Collins, and Oscar nominee Jesse Plemons to talk about their brand new dark thriller now showing on Netflix entitled Windfall. Jason, I have to tell you, I really enjoyed this film because, it starts off as kind of a slow burn, and then it ends up in some really surprising and even shocking places towards the end. As one of the writers on this, how did you come up with this novel idea?
Well, I think that we were all feeling stir crazy and confused about what to do. It was the heart of quarantine, and we hopped on a Zoom and said, look, we've got a location and we've got writers and a director and actors. We should make something. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. And so given the constraints, there's only a few types of movies that you can make with a small cast in one location, and a noir is one of them. And so that's what we went with.
Yeah, and Jesse, your character, well, see, I'm just coming off of really enjoying your character from The Power of the Dog. By the way, congratulations on the Oscar nomination. So you're a nice guy in that film, not so much here. So, was it a real treat to explore this sort of darker role on the heels of that?
Definitely. I've always enjoyed that. I feel when I finish something, I feel like I want to move to the opposite end of the spectrum, and it was so much fun. Just an overgrown, very intelligent, overgrown baby, who doesn't like being told what to do or where to sit,
Try being a rich white guy these days. It sucks. Do you want to be me? Is that it? You're pathetic. I don't think you're going to do anything. Ever.
Now, your character plays a robber, if you will. Would you think from the very top he's the villain, but when he comes across Lily and Jesse's character, we're really not sure who the villain is in this one. Was that an interesting dynamic for you to explore and see that sort of evolution?
It was one of our goals. Everyone should be complicated in this movie. There shouldn't be a hero. There shouldn't be a villain. We wanted all these point of views sort of represented in earnest. So I really relate to Nobody, my character. I don't relate to CEO character, Jesse Plemons. He says some really abhorrent things in the movie, but they make sense. So everyone's point of view makes sense in this movie.
And Lily, your character, what I like about this film is that each of the characters actually go through a sort of evolution process, and we see a peeling away of various layers, not only of their things that they're repressing, but a lot of the dysfunction and a lot of resentments there. So for you, what was that like to go through that process?
It was hard work that I was so excited to get to do, because normally you don't have the luxury of being able to create such a backstory for a character where a lot of that backstory is never referenced. Some it is, but some of it is just for yourself. And in order to have those moments that you can hopefully as an audience member go back and track in order to get to where the movie gets to, there needs to be a frame of reference for me internally and emotionally that I'm able to access. And to do that work and share some of that with Charlie and the guys and keep some of that for myself was so playful and useful. And it only helps service the trajectory for Wife personally.
You need to get close to him. Do whatever it takes. That's it.
Your life is picture perfect.
Picture perfect.
Nothing feels fair. You have everything and I have nothing.
I have to tell you, I really enjoyed this film, but you two playing a husband and wife in this film, your characters really give me second thoughts about getting married because you are truly a perfect dysfunctional couple. What was it like exploring all that dysfunction throughout the course of this film?
It was so weird. Well, first of all, I had my fiance on set too as my director, right? So that was also weird because, CEO and wife were going at it and there's this dysfunction. And then I'm with my partner who's our director and there's there's total communication and collaboration, and it's like the exact opposite. And so it constantly was this like nice reminder that I felt like appreciated and loved. And then there was this flip side to it where it was like so fun to get to play something just so different than I'd ever played before. But at times it was so jarring because I met Jesse as technically like in the CEO world, like character. And then we'd on weekends we'd all hang out, and it's like, it would just throw me. You know, like I think it all just threw all of us because we played against type, but it was a really fun thing. It's as an actor, that's what you love to do.
Now, this is sort of, to some extent, a different kind of role for you. We know you for, a wide body of work, and yet this is a really dark turn, if you will. So as you were writing this, how do you choose which of those two main characters would be your role?
It's a really good question. We kind of bounced back and forth. I've always wanted to play a darker character, a villain, because I think that one of the superpowers I can bring to it is that I have established a really like friendly relationship with the audience, so that then when you play a darker character, as opposed to the audience viewing him as a villain, they can view him a little bit as us if we were desperate.
Well, this film is a lot of fun. It's kind of shocking in a good way. It had me from the beginning and end, and I really enjoyed it. So it's a pleasure to chat with you about this,
Me
Jason.
too. And also, if you're in Boston and you need a suit or a tuxedo or some fine menswear, head down to Mr. Sid's in Newton, Massachusetts. That's a Segel family store. Mr. Sid's. Newton.
I'm going to head there. I'm in the market for a tuxedo real soon for next year's Critic Choice Awards.
Come on, do it.
It'll be a Segel original.
Yes. Okay, good.
Great chat with you, my friend.
You too. Thank you.